Your Honor, this has been asked, answered, and shown.
Jane.
Your Honor, I have not asked this
It
witness.
doesn't matter whether you particularly have asked. It's already been asked.
By the state. I'm not trying to argue with the court, but I mean.
Did Mr. Zachary talk to you about him, Moontung, and Tay all being from Capitol Homes?
He did.
Did that information have any significance to you?
It did.
What significance?
I showed a prior relationship
Between
those three individuals.
Okay. Despite the fact that Tay was MDC and Mr. Zachary and Mr. Sledge were YSL?
Yes.
Did that information corroborate or disprove for you any of the other information that you got?
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Also earlier today, you testified when we're talking about how you corroborated information, that one of the ways you corroborated the information that Mr. Zachary gave you was because Zachary, Sledge, and Turner all were from Capitol Homes. Do you recall that?
How I corroborated information?
Yes.
I don't believe I answered. Corroboration came from them because they were from Capitol Homes.
That wouldn't make any sense, would it?
Objection, Your Honor.
It's rewind time.
Did Mr. Zachary talk to you about him, Moontung, and Tay all being from Capitol Homes?
He did.
Did that information have any significance to you?
It did.
What significance?
I showed a prior relationship
Between
those three individuals.
Okay. Despite the fact that Tay was MDC and Mr. Zachary and Mr. Sledge were YSL?
Yes.
Did that information corroborate or disprove for you any of the other information that you got from, and Your Honor, my understanding is her belief is irrelevant, but corroboration towards her, what she considered corroboration is relevant and important. Because,
I hear an objection.
okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
did it, okay, thank you.
Every word of what you just said was wrong.
Relevance and
Overruled.
That wouldn't make any sense, would it?
To who?
To anyone, that you corroborate information because they are from Capitol Homes.
Your Honor, objection. Number one, it mischaracterizes the testimony.
Jane.
Would them coming from Capitol Homes, them being Zachary, Sledge, and Turner, corroborate anything?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Overruled.
Would that corroborate anything, the fact that they are from Capitol Homes?
Are we talking about something specific involving this case?
This was your
or
testimony.
just-
I'm sorry. This was your testimony from this morning. I'm just trying to ask you a question. Would Zachary, Sledge, and Turner coming from Capitol Homes corroborate anything?
Objection. Mischaracterizes her testimony.
Sustained.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Back to the original question I asked about the interviewing allowing Mr. Copeland to speak with Mr. Garlington on a non-recorded line, okay?
I don't believe I stated.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Judge. May we approach briefly, please?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask you to address the witness and speak to the witness, and also, quite frankly, to speak to the DA as well. Because of the way everyone is positioned, they're obviously closer to the jury than anybody else. Their microphones are live, and what they say can be picked up on a microphone. A couple of times.
Sorry, who? What the state says at their table?
And what the witness is saying. And there have been at least 3 occasions where the witness has either before or after a question muttered something and said something into the microphone that can be picked up.
Well, I certainly haven't heard it. I can barely hear the answers.
I am not the only one who's heard it. And it's being picked up by the microphone. And if I can hear her muttering over here, whatever she's saying can be heard to the jury. And it's just inappropriate.
I've been told by multiple sources that once my cross-examination was finished and Mr. Steele was going to begin, the witness said horrible.
Horrible?
Horrible.
What? I have no idea what Mr. Adams is talking about. I have not heard any mutterings. I don't know what Mr. Shard is talking about. So I'd ask that the court not act on what is being asserted by counsel for the defendants as we stop these proceedings to address something nobody heard, but apparently Mr. Adams.
Fortunately,
And Mr.
this
Sharp.
fortunately, this trial is televised.
And Your Honor,
Keep telling yourself that, dog.
You know.
Mr. Kokomo, can I break your thought? I want to go back to the original question I asked about the interview.
Attorneys who have questions for this witness? All right.
Horrible.
This
It
witness,
doesn't matter whether you particularly have asked. It's already been asked.
by the state. I'm not trying to argue with the court, but I mean, I've been up here
If
for
we
5
already
minutes.
have the answer, just move on.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
How much longer do you expect to have with?
that was literally the last question.
Okay.
That's a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
That was literally the last question.
Why you always lying?
That was literally the last question.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up.
Hit that like for deal with Christian. Yo, for deal with Christian. Smash that bell for DWC. Yo, smash it. Just smash it. Hit that like for deal with Christian. For deal with Christian. Smash that bell for DWC. Yo, smash it. Just smash it. Hit that like for deal with Christian.